That's right. She dropped your fugly ass. 105.9 KBPI rocks the Rockies. Here is where we're at in the story.
I walked up the stairs and looked through the window, and guess who I saw? It was the famous Elvis Presley.
He grabbed me, pulled me in a dark room, tied me with his gold chains, and introduced me to a friend.
His little friend was a little midget guy, and all he was wearing was blue suede shoes.
Being dead can change a person's personality, and Elvis Presley was no longer a singer. He was now a Jehovah's Witness.
But the thing that really freaked me out was all of a sudden Elvis bent over and kissed this little midget guy. Suddenly it all hit me that Elvis was alive and he was attracted to the little midget man. Ugh.
Seeing as how Elvis and the midget were both males, they naturally wanted me to bear their children. And Elvis warned that if I didn't, I would pass go, collect $200, and go straight to hell.
Add to the story. You know the numbers. KBPI. 105.9 KBPI rocks the Rockies. GNR doing McCartney. Live and let die.
The Hot Legs contest with Steve Cooper will not happen this Thursday at the Iliff Park Saloon. This Thursday is Halloween, and the Iliff Park Saloon is having a hot costume contest, or a cool costume contest, or a scary costume contest. Whatever. It's a Halloween costume contest with Steve Cooper.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Come on out to the Iliff Park Saloon this Thursday. Halloween in your hottest, your coolest, your scariest, most creative costume and win great KBPI prizes. Overall best costume wins a trip to hell. Hell, Michigan, that is, for 3 days and 2 nights. And the Hot Legs contest returns next Thursday night.
Tuesday night is still Ladies' Night at the Iliff Park Saloon. Ladies drink free wine, well, and draft from 8 to 9 and from 10 to 11, with great drink specials for everybody from 9 to 10. Always great live rock and roll and excellent dinner specials at the Iliff Park Saloon. The live rock and roll this week is by the Heavyweights. The Iliff Park Saloon, 2300 South Chambers Road at Iliff.
It's the haunted house that you've all been waiting for. KBPI's Club Death will scare the living daylights out of you.
Went to the haunted house, KBPI's haunted house, and it scared the at least a dozen times. I'm 6'4", 240 pounds, and scared the
$5 per person to get the fright of your life. Proceeds to benefit the Children's Hospital. It's brought to you by KBPI, King Supers, and Burger King. Club Death, located at 350 South Birch in the old Neo building. Come get the scare of your life. Club Death will make you dream, and you won't want to dream after you go through Club Death. 350 South Birch at the old Neo building.
105.9 KBPI rocks the Rockies. Now listen, we're going to take you from the beginning to where the story has stopped now. After that, we will need an ending. So you creative individuals on this Halloween night, be cranking your minds if you so kindly would. Halloween night. I was walking down Virginia Avenue towards Club Death to go get a scare, maybe a fright, French fries or something, when a horrid glow began to shine through one house, the lone house of Virginia Avenue at the end of the block.
I walked up the stairs and looked through the window, and guess who I saw? It was the famous Elvis Presley.
He grabbed me, pulled me in a dark room, tied me with his gold chains, and introduced me to a friend.
His little friend was a little midget guy, and all he was wearing was blue suede shoes.
Being dead can change a person's personality, and Elvis Presley was no longer a singer. He was now a Jehovah's Witness.
But the thing that really freaked me out was all of a sudden Elvis bent over and kissed this little midget guy. Suddenly it all hit me that Elvis was alive and he was attracted to the little midget man. Ugh.
Seeing as how Elvis and the midget were both males, they naturally wanted me to bear their children. And Elvis warned that if I didn't, I would pass go, collect $200, and go straight to hell.
Then I walked out into the light, and the little man, it was Danny DeVito.
And then Elvis picked up the little midget that was Danny DeVito, whipped him around by his chubby, and threw him out like a WWF move right out of the ring, man. It was
that is where we're at. We need an ending fit for such a story that we've created.
All the numbers work. 629-ROCK, 629-ROLL, or 631-2200.
The best new rock and roll always heard here first. Kicks, same Jane. Turn it up, brother.
Red hot woman by the name of Jane.
105.9 KBPI rocks the Rockies with the Oz Monster Killer. The 23rd sold-out show, KBPI, your concert connection,
Brings you Ozzy Osbourne and infectious grooves.
the story in its entirety. Next.
Well, now you've had a chance to hear about all the Halloween parties around town. But before you make your decision on where you're going to go, let me tell you about the craziest Halloween party you'll ever see. There'll be over 1,000 people, the hottest rock and roll all night, a costume contest, no cover charge with costume, and most of all, the greatest rock and roll party on earth. After the Gold Rush, tonight turns up the heat and turns up the rock and roll with a great Halloween celebration. Our doors open at 8, and if you wear a costume, there'll be no cover charge. Plus great cash prizes in our costume contest later on in the night. $200 for first, $100 for second, and $50 for third. Don't miss our Halloween bash at After the Gold Rush tonight with buck drafts all night for everyone and 50-cent drinks for the ladies from 8 until 11 p.m. You know what Thursdays are usually like? Just imagine what tonight will be like. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. After the Gold Rush. Not just any rock and roll party, the only rock and roll party. Also, don't forget, Friday and Saturday, 2-for-1 drinks from 8 until 10 p.m. After the Gold Rush. 6th and Sheridan in Lakewood.
I think the Safeway personnel does work hard and makes a big effort to be accommodating. It's clean and well run and friendly, and it has all the possible merchandise I want at reasonable prices.
At Safeway, when we say we're working hard to bring you the best for less, we really mean it. You'll see for yourself every time you visit us. Here's an example. This week we're having a 99-cent sale at Safeway. We've marked down hundreds of quality items throughout every one of our stores. 99 cents for a 1-pound package of smoke aroma sliced bacon, red seedless grapes for only 99 cents a pound, tender grain-fed beef chuck roast, a low 99 cents a pound. These are just a few of the hundreds of items you'll find during Safeway's 99-cent sale.
In society today, it's tough to find a retail outlet of some kind that treats you with courtesy and dignity.
Working hard to bring you the best for less. At Safeway, it's a promise we'll deliver on every time you walk through our doors.
For over a decade, millions have been waiting for this match. Now, it's here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The storm erupts now this Monday night in the Denver Coliseum. The World Wrestling Federation returns with Hulkamania. You asked for it, you got it. Starring the World Wrestling Federation champion, Hulk Hogan, face-to-face with self-proclaimed champ, Ric Flair, in a battle of the best. But wait, there's more title action. Tag team champions Legion of Doom take on the Natural Disasters. Plus, Big Boss Man battles IRS. British Bulldog attacks the Mountie, and more. Don't miss out. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster, including Sound Warehouse, Budget Tapes and CDs, Disc Jockey, and Made DNF locations. One night only. This Monday night in the Denver Coliseum. Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair. Hulkamania is back. Presented by 105.9 KBPI.
Excuse me. Are you listening? What you're about to hear is true. It's not a mistake. For 2 days only, when you buy a new car or truck at Big Mike Naughton Ford, he'll pay you $2,000. That's $2,000 as instant cash back to you. You can use some of it or all of it as your down payment, or you can put it in your pocket. Do anything you like with it. Are you listening yet? If KBPI is your station, and if you can afford $4 to $5 a day, you can afford a new car. First-time buyers choose any 1991 Festiva, Escort, or Ranger pickup, and Big Mike Naughton will pay you $2,000. With approved credit, you don't pay us, we pay you. Shop indoors with 100 new Fords in the largest automotive showroom in Colorado. We'll be open till 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday in Aurora, at Havana, and Alameda. $2,000 with your name on it at Big Mike Naughton Ford.
Halloween night. I was walking down Virginia Avenue towards Club Death to go get a scare, maybe a fright, French fries or something, when a horrid glow began to shine through one house, the lone house of Virginia Avenue, at the end of the block.
I walked up the stairs and looked through the window, and guess who I saw? It was the famous Elvis Presley.
He grabbed me, pulled me in a dark room, tied me with his gold chains, and introduced me to a friend.
His little friend was a little midget guy, and all he was wearing was blue suede shoes.
Being dead can change a person's personality, and Elvis Presley was no longer a singer. He was now a Jehovah's Witness.
But the thing that really freaked me out was all of a sudden Elvis bent over and kissed this little midget guy. Suddenly it all hit me that Elvis was alive and he was attracted to the little midget man. Ugh.
Seeing as how Elvis and the midget were both males, they naturally wanted me to bear their children. And Elvis warned that if I didn't, I would pass go, collect $200, and go straight to heaven.
And then I walked out into the light, and the little man, it was Danny DeVito.
And then Elvis picked up the little midget that was Danny DeVito, whipped him around by his chubby, and threw him out like a WWF move right out of the ring, man. It was the dime.
But what Elvis didn't know is that I was a glow girl, so I climbed into the ring and kicked his butt back to Graceland where he belonged. And peace was once again restored to this Halloween night. And Danny DeVito and I strolled off into the sunset and made beautiful short babies.
The end. Happy Halloween, friends.
Bye-bye, Lardy.